And welcome to Wine and Spirits with Stephanie. Today we're sitting in historic downtown Huntsville at Church Street Wine Shop. And this is a show where you ask the questions and we get the answers. So I had a question today from John in South Huntsville. He said, hey, I see that South African wine availability is growing in the U.S. and heard recently that Church Street family brought in South African wines to the state. Well, John, not just the state, but United States. We're very excited to be the ambassadors for these amazing South African wines, and they are available here at Church Street Wine Shop, as well as the Providence Shop and Mazara's Vinoteca. But for your question, I had to grab an expert, and so I'm sitting here today with Bjorn Landwer from Beverage Services USA, and we know and we love our South African wines, but what really intrigued me about this question and why I wanted to have you on today was about the Township Winery and their amazing story. So can you tell us a little bit about their story?
Sure. I mean, the Township Winery is an incredibly interesting project. For those who don't know, townships are basically government housing in South Africa. Some of these townships are over 1 million people. And it's a lot of not as fortunate people who in many ways live in poverty, who need help to work themselves basically out of that poverty. And that's where the history started of the Township Winery, to empower people, to work with those people and build a brand. And that's the history here. So it's a history of people working together, building a business, building a brand, and then selling it all over the world.
So I believe the story goes there is a woman who goes and visits Cape Town and notices how poor this community is and says, what can I do to help? And now we have these individuals living there, each have a vine or two, and they're learning to grow them, cultivate them, and then that money from that wine then gets put back into their communities to build schools, hospitals.
As you support this project, as people think like this is an interesting project I want to support, we don't want to look at it as charity. We want to look at it as empowerment. So as you purchase these wines, you're bringing back money to where it's really needed, and for them to build and make the brand bigger. Because these are actually really solid wines. Once you taste these wines, you'll be amazed. I mean, it's not just a story, it's also really, really good wines.
Now, as far as flavor profiles that are indicative of South Africa, bolder, maybe a little more high acid due to terroir. So I know me, I'm a white wine drinker, love my white wines. I love that they do white wine as well as red wines. But South Africa is known for Pinotage. We have one of those here as well. And everybody loves a Cabernet Sauvignon.
The wines in the style are maybe not as, let's say, grassy, like you would have in Marlborough, but more what you would find in California, more tropical. I think specifically this wine is really for the American palate. And I think that's why I believe that we will be seeing more and more Sauvignon Blancs from South Africa in this market.
Sweet. Well, I'll tell you, this is an amazing story. Just know that when you're purchasing one of these bottles, you're giving back to a community, and you get to be part of the story, which is what's exciting to me. Well, thank you so much for coming on today and helping me tell a story of South Africa.
Thank you for having me.
So we have a quick wine tip for you. Here is a fun one. Take this note down. Did you know that pear juice can help you with a hangover? So pear juice contains enzymes that speeds up your metabolism, and it slightly inhibits alcohol absorption. Now it's just under a cup. You do need to drink about a cup of pear juice before you drink, and it will help you with a hangover the next day. Thanks so much. Join me again for Wine Tips. Cheers. Before you go, we want to keep you in the know with what's happening in the family. Master classes. Check out Geronimo or our socials for our upcoming monthly classes and winemaker dinners. Stay tuned for our next one to be announced soon. Get this information and more, all at eventsnorthalabama.com.